Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Thank you for joining us on CoreTV News at 7. I am Frank Omalapi. Here are some of the top stories filing in at this hour. Health authorities have confirmed 2 fresh cases of Ebola. This brings to 4 the number of Ebola patients undergoing treatment at the isolation ward in Lagos. Health Minister Onyebuchi Chikwu disclosed at a news conference in Abuja that the 2 new patients are spouses of primary contact of the late Liberian-American Patrick Sawyer. He added that the 2 secondary contacts had been under surveillance before they tested positive to the virus. The minister noted that the development has pushed up the total number of Ebola cases in Nigeria to 14. The federal government says the 200 million naira approved for Lagos State to support Ebola containment is not part of the 1.9 billion naira earlier released to the Federal Ministry of Health. Health Minister Onyebuchi Chikwu made the clarification in a statement issued in Abuja. He noted that the amount is a distinct and direct federal government support to the state and does not preclude other assistance that may be rendered by the ministry. Meanwhile, Nigeria's health authorities have been receiving financial and logistic support from the private sector in their bid to stem the spread of Ebola virus. Aside from Aliko Dangote Foundation's donations of 152 million naira, the Tony Elumelu Foundation has made a pledge of 50 million naira. Shell has also donated an ambulance to the Ebola Emergency Operations Center in Lagos, while Atedopiso side has assured the authorities that his foundation will support affected private hospitals to the tune of 100,000 naira per bed space. Ekiti State Commissioner for Health, Olushola Fasuba, has warned health workers against spreading panic messages about the Ebola virus disease. He lamented that the panic message had led to the death of a non-Ebola patient in the state. He says the health worker from Ogotun Ekiti, who had come to the state capital for an official assignment, slumped and later died because he did not receive medical attention. He spoke of how 4 different private hospitals rejected the patient due to the SMS message allegedly sent by some doctors suggesting that it was an Ebola case. The commissioner recalled that similar misinformation recently caused row at the National Youth Service Corps camp in the state when a Youth Corps member collapsed and the health caregivers ran away on suspicion that he was an Ebola victim. I recall that he took the intervention of his ministry to save the Corps member from an unavoidable death after he was left unattended for about 9 hours. The Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Segun Odumbela, says the state government has postponed the resumption date for all primary and secondary schools and the state earlier scheduled for September 15, 2014 to a date to be announced later. He says this was in response to the Federal Ministry of Education's directive that schools in the country should put resumption for 2014 and 2015 on hold in order to curb the spread of the deadly Ebola virus disease. Odumbela urged parents and guardians to take proper care of their children and wards by monitoring their movement and engaging them in academic activities. And while President Goodluck Jonathan has assured delegates to the National Conference of his readiness to implement the final report, he made the pledge shortly after receiving the resolution of the conference in Abuja. President Jonathan described the conference as a success, adding that delegates proved doubters wrong.
This is the culmination of a 4-month-long deliberation by 492 delegates. An elated President Jonathan received the 3-volume final report of the conference and proceeded to declare that doubters had been proved wrong.
Those who dismiss the entire conference ab initio as a diversion have been proved wrong, as for what you achieved has, contrary to their focus, diverted our country only from the wrong path to the right direction.
The report consists of over 600 resolutions and has about 10,000 pages, but the president did not shy away from giving his words on implementation.
The discourse reflected our latest challenges. We shall send the relevant aspects of the recommendations to the Council of State and, of course, the National Assembly that are even with me here, because both arms of government will work together to make sure that this report is transformed into our laws.
Earlier, Conference Chairman Idris Kutugi delivered some insights into how the delegates disagreed on a number of issues before arriving at a consensus. He also maintained that President Jonathan neither interfered nor provided any input into the final outcome of the conference.
Let me state here categorically, and with the fear of Almighty Allah in my heart, that not once did you interfere or dictate to us. The only time we tried to consult the president during the conflict over voting percentages at the very beginning of the conference, we were told that the issue was the one for us to resolve. At no time after that did you meet us or speak to us.
For many of the delegates, the conference ended on a good note. And for government officials, it is another proof of sincerity.
This is amazing, amazing story of how a nation, the resilience of a people can deliver a nation in times of difficulties. It's only in Nigeria that a conference will start with so much anxiety and doubt and yet end up in consensus. It tells people clearly that this nation has come to stay. And those prophets of doom that continue to pick on every item of disagreement in Nigeria as a prophecy for its fall will continue to be surprised.
It may indeed be an opportunity for government to celebrate, but many Nigerians are also eagerly looking forward to see how the report will be part of Nigeria's body of laws.
Still on the national conference, many of the delegates to the conference are convinced that the outcome of the 4-month deliberation will pave way for a better country. And this was the consensus of delegates at the end of the conference, even though many of them did not get everything they are aimed for.
The recommendation of this conference will give birth to a new Nigerian. A Nigerian that you can be proud of. A Nigerian that will be practiced based on true federalism. Not a federal system of government that we call ourselves and we are running a unitary system of government. We have to congratulate ourselves for agree on 600 and something issues based on recommendation. I think God is with us in this conference. Initially, I did not believe that we can go to this extent. I thought because of some of the contentious issues, we may not end this conference to this stage. But we have to thank God for giving us this opportunity. I'm happy, I'm highly delighted that we end the conference, we agree with us ourselves, we reach a compromise to the extent we did not vote on any issue till we end the conference.
Well, the landmark resolutions of the conference really have to do with the resolutions that border on policy issues, not necessarily the constitutional amendments. And I believe that if government adopts some of these resolutions, it will go a long way in solving some of the myriad of problems that this country has been bedeviled with.
For me, I think every Nigerian has a reason to celebrate when the conference was inaugurated, little did we know that we are going to achieve this landmark achievement. And we can see from the faces of the delegates, the faces of people in government, everybody is happy. And I want to say that I'm proud to be a Nigerian because we have proven to the world that we can disagree to agree. We have proven to the world that once we put our nation first, every other thing is possible. And I hope that the spirit of oneness that we have witnessed here, the spirit of patriotism that we have witnessed here, the spirit of love that we have witnessed here will go a long way in moving this country forward to its destined greatness.
Nigeria's main opposition party, the All Progressive Congress, has opted for a modified direct primaries to choose its presidential candidate for the 2015 election. Party leaders agreed to adopt a process that will involve over 300,000 rather than having a few delegates who could be open to manipulation. APC spokesman Lai Mohammed disclosed these at the end of the party's National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja.
It's only a few months to the 2015 presidential elections, and there had been concerns that APC had not rolled out guidelines for picking its flag bearer. But after a flurry of meetings in Abuja, the coast is getting clearer. The fate of the contenders will be determined by 300,000 delegates.
We obviously, definitely will not adopt a delegate, convention. But you see, for a presidential election, what we are thinking about is making sure that all elected officers from the ward level, local government level, state level, national ESCO, the caucus, the BOT, all elected officials on part of the party, council chairmen, councillors, House of Assembly members, National Assembly members are all eligible to participate in the choice of who's going to be the flag bearer.
We came up with some good decisions, and those decisions are okay. And we are hoping that APC is going to make success by God's grace in the future. We are the party to beat.
Only recently, APC lost one of its key leaders, Nuhu Ribadu, to the ruling People's Democratic Party. But the party doesn't seem bothered. The opposition party is convinced that the defection won't affect its chances in Adamawa State. And as part of steps to boost its fortune ahead of next year's election, APC has constituted a board of trustees. The membership has been made public. An inaugural meeting has been held, but party leaders know they still have some work to do.
There was an inaugural meeting of the BOT yesterday. Some of them did not quite get the invitation, and I think at the next meeting of the BOT, they will now begin to run smoothly. But it was inaugurated yesterday.
For now, APC says it is bracing up for the challenges ahead, and sight is showing at the recent governorship election in Osun State, in spite of the obstacles it insisted were placed on its path.
Inspector General of Police Sulaiman Abba has refused to comment and claims that insurgents have taken over the police academy in Borno State. CoreTV News threw the question at him on the sidelines of the declaration of senior police officers in Abuja, but he said the police spokesman will issue a response soon.
It is said that the members of the terrorist group Boko Haram have taken over Goza in Maiduguri. Can you confirm this to us?
Well, the first PRO will certainly brief you where necessary.
The August 9 governorship election in Osun may have come and gone, but events during the period are still playing out. One of these is the arraignment of a suspect, Victor Alade Golu, over impersonation as an officer of the Nigerian Police Force and Department of State Security Services in Ile-Ife. Rashid completes the story.
The 22-year-old Victor Alade Golu was paraded before presiding magistrate Olushola Aluko on a 2-count charge of impersonating official of the Department of State Security and the police on one hand, and adorning the attire of the said security agencies on the other. He pleaded not guilty to the charges as one of the prosecuting counsels, Abiodun Olaide, made a graphical description of their alleged crimes.
Somebody wearing a uniform, police mark in front, DSS mark at the back. That will give you a signal that this is not a police officer. So when you see people like that, the court has the discretion to either grant bail or reserve it. Even if the bail is argued today, the court can still reserve its ruling. But what the court simply said is that they should go and file bail application formal, so that it will be argued on merit.
Magistrate Aluko ordered the suspect to be remanded in prison custody pending bail application from the Defense Counsel. One of the prosecuting counsels, Abiodun Alaide, speaks on the development as all efforts to speak with the Defense Counsel proves abortive.
If many of such people are in turn, the public is endangered. If you cannot identify who are the genuine security agents. So that's why we are shouting before the election, we don't want masked security men. And if you listen to Jegad this morning, yesterday, he also condemned the use of masked security men for election, which is dangerous.
The case was, however, adjourned till the 12th of September. Rashid, CoreTV News.
Osun State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Sunday Akere, says the All Progressive Congress will take over at the center after 2015 general elections. The commissioner who visited CoreTV News hinges his confidence on the August 9 Osun governorship election won by the APC.
The outcome of the August 9 election in Osun has assured us that, yes, genuinely democracy will thrive in Nigeria, and that the APC is still the party of the people of the Southwest. One thing we know that our leadership will do is to mend whatever fences might be existing in Oyo, Ogun, Lagos, so that we will, as usual, record the maximum votes in these states in the Southwest. As for other states in Nigeria, I know that the victory of Ogbeni Aregbesola and the APC on the 9th of August in Osun is enough encouragement for them to know that, yes, they can do it and they will do it too. And APC will be the party at the center in Abuja come February 2015.
Akere added that the Aregbesola administration will build on its success at the poll to promote good governance and provide the needed democratic dividends for the people of Osun State.
Osun of our dream, the new Osun, with the land flowing with milk and honey, is here for a stay, and we pray that God, all of us, will make us partakers of the blessings.
The federal government is set to move against what it describes as modern forms of slavery in the country. Minister of Tourism and Culture, Idem Duke, lamented that the centuries after the slavery trade, modern slavery is taking root in Nigeria. Duke said this during the 20th anniversary of the Slave Route Project. The minister was represented at the event by the Permanent Secretary and the Ministry Nkechi Ejele.
Today, we're experiencing different forms of modern-day slavery, amongst which are child abuse, human trafficking, illegal trade in babies. But you may wish to know that the federal government considers the sale of babies as gross violation of human rights and is making effort to stop it. I wish to emphasize the federal government's unalloyed commitment to elimination of these heinous crimes.
Market men and women in Abuja on Thursday held a peaceful protest to register their displeasure over what they describe as multiple taxation. The traders who were keen to express their grievances shunned the early morning rainfall to march on the headquarters of the Abuja Municipal Area Council headquarters. Speaking to journalists, the market leaders maintained that all efforts to meet with council officials were not successful, but the council leadership insists that they were not aware of the development.
This so-called taxation will come, chant them on the same heading, in several locations, with their little capital. And when they are coming, they come with heavily armed personnel, security forces. Thereby, if they refuse to pay, they are subject to several different kinds of abuses. So because of that, we've made an attempt, to see AMAC and Federal Revenue Service, inviting them to a forum to address the price of these women. We call the market room also to the forum. The forum was held in Yanya, where you had the super participant for market and all that. During the forum, Federal Revenue Service sent 2 representatives. AMAC did not send any representative.
We have a consultant that is meant for collecting of the tax. Okay, I will agree with you because I'm receiving so many calls and so many complaints. Okay, but I don't attend to any complaint without any receipts. Okay, I can verify based on the receipts. When I get the receipt, and I will know, yes, this one is from AMAC and this one is not from AMAC. Okay. From there, we can withhold those that are fraud among them. Okay. So please, you can bear with us. Okay. You should write your complaint again, just as a reminder, and attach the receipts.
Was, however, dispersed with assurances that the matter will be resolved soon. You're watching CoreTV News at 7. We'll take a short break. I'll be right back after this time out. Join us again.
This is Lagos. This is our city. You know that our city needs heroes. Yeah, yeah. Our future is in our hands. The spirit of Lagos, a city that is strong in value, a Lagos that is filled with heroes. With neighbors that care for each other. This is Lagos. This is our city. Our city needs heroes. Our future is in our hands. The spirit of Lagos.
I need you, you need me. Together, we're the spirits of Lagos.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Good to have you back in CoreTV News at 7 now outside Nigeria. The fear of the Islamic State militant in Iraq seems to be drawing old foes of the United States to seek the help of their old foes to stem the tide of gains made by the group whose advances in the Kurdish region has been brought to a halt by American airstrikes. Members of the Old Mahdi army led by the influential cleric Muqtada al-Assad, who have since metamorphosed into a new militia, Saraya al-Salam, to fight Islamic State, have asked for American air support in the bid to protect the Shiite holy cities of Najaf and Karbala, with the city Jafar Sharq serving as a buffer between the Shiite holy cities and Islamic State militants. The former commander-in-chief of United States forces in Iraq, David Petraeus, has warned against the U.S. serving as the Air Force for Shiite militants, but most of the militants were asked for American air support to defeat Islamic State, however, say no to troops on the ground. And that does it for News at 7. Many thanks for watching. Join us at 9:45 for Primetime News. I am Frank Omalape. Bye for now.